good evening. Or is it evening? I'm not quite sure. Who's quite sure at these point in times in this crazy world? But my name's Crawford Miller, and I'm here with the Greensboro affiliate of the SGN network. Today marks our inaugural episode that has been born out of inspiration from one of the pioneers of COVID good news, the great John Krasinski. He has started a fire of positivity that has taken the world by storm, and we are here today to continue to fuel that blaze and help John carry some of the load, even though he may or may not have asked us to do so, and we aren't legally connected to him in any way. Nonetheless, we're here to bring you nothing but good news. Now, it's true, we do indeed find ourselves in strange times in a world marked by the interesting stylings of Joe Exotic and a world now intent on seeing Carol Baskin go down for her husband's death. It is no surprise that humanity is becoming resilient, and they are finding in many ways how to fill their days with joy and laughter, whether it be turning their canine companions into world-class hurtlers.
3, 2, 1, wow. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this.
Or when you get creative with some of that extra TP you might have stocked up on.
I think we should have minutes. Oh!
Well, isn't that freaking awesome? I may or may not have ever beaten my brother in ping pong, and it may or may not still haunt me to this day, but I will, rest assured, I will one day beat my brother Ken. I'm coming for you. Anywho, as we have seen all around the internet, nothing will bring the human spirit down, and we are here to show you how Greensboro has been filled with plenty of good news in these uncertain times. In our first topic today, we're going to look at how local triad businesses have been giving back and helping support those in need, and no one has been more deserving of that support than our healthcare heroes out there on the front lines every single day. Contour Brands, home to two iconic brands in Wrangler and Lee Jeans, has been hard at work making hospital gowns. They have created or manufactured 50,000 hospital gowns for patients and 10,000 disposable gowns for healthcare workers. That's right, folks. Not only does Contour make classy jeans, now they're making classy hospital gowns. Could this be the signal that the Canadian tuxedo is going to make a resurgence in the fashion scene in 2020? I sure hope so. And I hope malls make a comeback too, because this flow could transform into one majestic mullet. Contour isn't the only business in town helping support our healthcare workers. Local restaurants such as 1618 and Chez Jeunesse are getting in on the action too by providing meals for our frontline workers. And they aren't doing it alone. Since these restaurants have been forced to move to takeout and curbside services only, the meals they have been preparing have been sponsored by companies such as the Carroll's Company and the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro. Not all of those businesses like restaurants have been able to do business with the current lockdown. In fact, many bars have had to shut their doors entirely. So what are they doing with all of this time? To tell us more, we now go to our local correspondent and bar owner, Kenny Giard. Kenny!
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I am glorious.
You know, we are grateful that you are part of the SGN team. We appreciate you putting forth the effort to get dolled up for today's story. You look fantastic.
Thank you. I
You're,
always make time for the little people.
you know, you have to.
Yeah.
Now, you are not only one of our correspondents, but you're also the proud owner of the fine establishment known as the Corner Bar, which is one of the many bars that has been shut down because of the coronavirus. So kind of tell me, how's it going? How you feeling?
I am completely lost. I have nothing to do. I'm kind of nervous about showing you our renovations that we've been doing at the bar because my wife's going to see that I haven't done anything. Make a mess. Especially all the painting. Yeah.
Well, at least that's not too much of a change from what I'm sure the general day-to-day is at home.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Hey, you still got a smile on your face.
I mean, I'm still pretty.
No one will ever deny that. No one will ever deny that. Now, talk to me, like, what are you doing since you've got this free time on your hands and no one, in the bar trying to destroy it and, crazy college kids?
Yeah, we don't have anybody trying to destroy it, so we've just decided to destroy it ourselves. We're completely gutting the men and women's bathroom and just redid the floors, putting up new drywall and men's room, 1/2-inch plywood.
Nice.
Pretty. So when somebody decides to be Superman and punch the wall,
they're going to get a rude awakening.
I can't legally put a camera inside the bathroom, but I could put one right outside. So when they're coming out holding their hands from when they punch the wall,
that you'll know.
Oh, no. Yes.
So That's awesome. I mean, you're making light of a situation, kind of dolling things up there. I mean, that's really awesome. It's great to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Obviously we would prefer to be open, but just, I mean, it's crazy times. Like, we're kind of all in this together. So we're just trying to make the best of it. After, the bathrooms were actually started on painting this much needed wall behind me today. And, if we have time, which, who knows how long it'll be, but if we have times, we want to refinish the floors over here as well. All the stuff that really needs to be done. But, it's crazy, but, we're just trying to, take it all in, really enjoying the time with, our family. We're playing a lot outside. Finally finished my swing playhouse, whatever it was for the girls. And we've been pretty lucky and blessed to have nice weather here lately.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Have you had a lot of support at the bar? Are you doing all of the renovations yourself?
Yeah, that's no, I don't do that. Like, you see me with a hammer and a drill, just run the other way. We've actually there's a few regulars that are skilled in the way of remodeling and all the fun stuff, some contractors, and they've actually been a huge blessing as well because they're volunteering their time. And they, the guys who did my floor, I just called him because that's what he does. And I was like, just tell me what to do. And he was like, and came by the next day and had it done in an hour. It was amazing, and wouldn't let me pay for anything. He was like, doing something nice for somebody. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, people have really, really been great as far as helping out and, just going above and beyond.
That's fantastic. I mean, to have that outpouring of support, and it sounds like maybe you should have gotten one of them to build the swing set, because now I'm a little nervous for your daughters.
They did. They came over.
Okay, so I see what it happens. You're more the project manager.
Yeah. I'm kind of a gopher. You need a screwdriver? I know. Don't ask me to get something specific, but Phillips, flathead, I'm your guy.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, the bar itself. Let me see where I go.
You're right there.
See if I can. All right, my phone is freezing up. I was trying to.
You know how to use technology.
It's so hard. Yeah, it's just the old beard man. Let's see. So this is pretty much the disaster that we've done. Everything's out, pulling everything, off the walls. They pretty much looked like that before, but there were stuff was stuff covering everything up, and somebody said we might not be open until like the 1st of June. And gutted women's bathroom.
Look at that.
And then the men's room, which pretty much just need to fix a flange and put in the new sink, toilet, urinal, and hopefully it all works.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. It sounds like you're getting the right people for the job.
Yeah, been got some really great guys who've been helping out, and ladies also, a couple. I figured I'll just get a Red Bull instead of a beer.
Yeah,
it is like 1:00.
Thank you. Our viewers and our younger viewers will appreciate that.
I don't think they care.
Well, it's so fantastic to see that you have all this support and that you are making the best of the situation. It's truly some good news to see you, continuing to ride out the storm. And I know myself and all of, there it is. And now you're flexing.
Oh, so
sorry,
I forgot you were.
I believe that's what they call flexing on them. You flexing on them right now?
Oh, I feel like I got bit by a snake or something because it's all swollen. I don't really. Yeah.
Well,
because you're positive.
Fantastic. All that hard work putting that swing set together, working on those muscles.
Yeah. Hey, go put it over there. Put it over there.
Yep.
That's as much physical activity I've had for the past month.
Well, we appreciate your update. We appreciate your time. We're going to stay with you through the COVID experience. We are truly grateful that you're riding out the storm and that you're providing us with the good news and insight into how some businesses are, doing things with their time to help improve the business, give it a facelift. And I know that all of the patrons cannot wait to get back into the corner bar.
Yes, I'm excited to welcome them back, and I really appreciate, excuse me, puberty. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I think it's awesome, spreading some positivity. You're a beautiful man.
Oh, I try to emulate you, my friend.
Just shave the mustache. I mean, positive. Be positive. Yes.
And businesses aren't the only ones doing their part. You, the people, have poured out your hearts and shown that you are here to spread positivity as well. And no one has been a better example of this than locally Charlene Lehue of Greensboro. On Monday, she passed out what she called COVID care kits filled with cleaning supplies such as toilet paper, Pine Sol, tissues, and she even put together boxes of food for those individuals who are in need. Because while we find ourselves in these uncertain times, and some of us have the ability to continue to manage life in some sense of normalcy, there are those that don't have the ability to do so, especially those more vulnerable populations. Charlene's selfless acts have really taught us that it doesn't take much to do good in this world, and that we all need to take time maybe to organize some friends, get some items together, get out there and make a difference. It doesn't take much, so get on those phones, get on the social medias, and get out there and do some good. Wow, we all need to find the Charlene Lehue inside of us and do what we can. People in more ways than one are finding ways to stay positive and help out. Carly Bloomfield, a local osteopath resident, has recently celebrated her birthday, and one way to find positivity is for her and her family was to repurpose her party hats as masks. And speaking of masks, mask making has become a wildly popular pastime now in households all across America, essentially replacing knitting and crocheting. Yarn does not look good right now. Yarn does not look good. If you have yarn and you're holding on to it, just keep holding on to it, because once these masks are done, we'll go back to that. Anywho, locally here in Greensboro, Kathleen Metzger has put together a network of people to make masks not only for healthcare workers, but for those workers who are still considered essential businesses or essential workers and don't necessarily have the access to personal protective gear such as masks. So in making these masks, they are able to give those workers something that they can have to help keep them safe Whether it's the mailman out there delivering the mail or our Amazon guy bringing our packages, they are making masks for these individuals too. And if you're interested in getting in on and helping Kathleen and her network out, you can hit up her Facebook group, Masks for Greensboro. Now, if sitting at home and making masks isn't for you, that's okay. Maybe you have someone at home in your family you can do something special for. Maybe that someone's a high school senior. High school seniors all over the country are missing out on opportunities to celebrate the end of essentially a huge chapter in their life. Prom being one of those big parts that they're missing out on. Now, as we find ourselves isolating through spring and toward the end of the school year, this is a time when many seniors will be getting all dolled up for their senior prom, my sister being one of them. No doubt it's a disappointment to miss out on this, but that's okay because all over the country, and specifically here in Greensboro, parents, friends have been taking it in their own hands to help their seniors celebrate prom. Even John Krasinski helped seniors all over the country celebrate prom by DJing it and getting some awesome acts. I don't necessarily have the pull that he does, but I did have an opportunity to find some great stories about a father who got to set up a prom in his living room for his daughter. They took the time to create an invitation, flowers, get the dress from the bridal shop they were going to get the dress from, and give her some memories that she will have for the rest of her entire life. Now, it is a special occasion of the prom, and I still remember my prom all those years ago. And let me tell you, I do not recommend eating a ham sandwich with mustard on it in a limousine jam-packed with other high school seniors. It does not end well when your colors are not yellow. Let me please tell you that. Don't do it. Luckily, I didn't bring a ham sandwich with me today, and this suit is staying clean. Now, as we start to run out of time, I want to thank you for bearing with me in this hairdo and my lack of skills as an actor. I do not have any professional training of any kind, only just a few high school musicals and plays. I hope and will promise you that I will improve on my ability to bring you the good news, because we intend to keep on bringing you good news here in Greensboro because we care about you and we care about this community. We are grateful for all of you out there doing everything that you're doing to stay positive, whether that's staying at home and tolerating your children as you have been forced to become a teacher, or the mere fact that you might still have to be out there, out and about, and dealing with more difficult times at work than you might normally have to. We thank you and we're grateful for it. Now, as we close, I do want to bring up one very important story, and that is the fact that we've all had virtual calls, whether it be Zoom calls, Hangouts, FaceTime, and if you're looking for an opportunity to kind of spice up those business calls, we have a surprise for you. There is a local farm here in Greensboro who is renting out their farm animals to crash your virtual call. That's right. You could have Mabo here, the miniature donkey, crash your virtual call with your business for just $50. And if you're not into miniature donkeys, don't worry. They've got horses and other farm animals galore. So check them out, hit them up, do your part. We're all trying to get creative to think of different ways to stay positive and to help keep pushing the ball forward. But from me and everyone here at SGN Greensboro, we thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and as always, we'll see you on the other side of the burpee.